now is the time. Virendra, thanks for joining us from Germany. I know it's pretty cold there and things have not been very good,
Yeah,
but
you love to disturb me on Saturdays, yeah.
yeah, that's the point. I know once you are in
Yeah,
Germany, you don't want to work on weekends,
exactly, yeah.
but we Indians work on weekends. So, thanks for joining us on the weekend, Virendra. I know the learners typically are working. Most of the learners are working during the weekdays, so we prefer to do the webinars on weekend so that they get full benefit of webinar. As a starting point, I think you have a very rich experience of being in Germany, working in Germany, helping learners in Germany. Can you take and introduce yourself as well as the company you run in India as well as in Germany, CAPS Overseas? I think that will be a good starting point for our learners, for our listeners to know what is the context in which we are talking today and what kind of questions make sense to be asked to you.
Yeah, hello, thanks a lot for joining, and I hope you all are really safe. And I think hope all of you have taken the COVID measures, vaccines, and whatever the measures given by the government. Myself, Virendra Banani, I'm already the double graduate from the German University since last 5 to 6 years here in Germany. My own the company Caps Overseas, and we have different projects. We are basically the recruiter. We recruit the international candidate to the company. We help the candidate and the companies. So what exactly the European market is all about, and which field the jobs are good, like which field and what are the skill sets required for the international candidate. So we help them to sharpen their skills. We help them into get into the proper labor market. There are really nice opportunities, and really the Europe nowadays, like Europe, it's really blooming because of its rich culture, the rule and regulations. So it's really the interesting fact, and the number of the Indians now get into Europe. It's like very huge due to the technological advancement. And we have the lots of client of the many IT companies. They are already in Europe. So that are the main reasons why the students are coming into the Europe here. So we are already working with many of the companies, and we recruit the students and also for the freshers, and we help them. But the main things about what are the skill set right now at present they want, and how you are flexible enough, how you engage yourself in the international environment here. The standard what we have in Indians and the standard what they have in German, it's quite different than the here. But don't worry to all our students, I'm here to help them because I'm in Germany. So when you land up in the Germany, we will help you with lots of things. Also, many students already spoke, they have a question for the accommodations. So like, don't be bothered. Once you have filed your visa, immediately you can contact us. So we will help you out with your accommodations, your part-time job, your city registrations. Germany is with the, we can say, a land of laws. They have a law of each and everything. Yeah. So law, it's like each and everything. Even they have a law for walking. Yeah, you cannot walk on the wrong path here. They have a path for the walk, especially for the walkers. You can walk on that path. So, and I welcome you all the students and aspirants to come and see your career. I want to see all of your career in Germany. I want to wish all the students to successful in their career, and but like things, you need to do lots of preparations before you come here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what just to summarize what you mentioned, you help learners who come to Germany in first of all settling down. That means finding the right accommodation
Exactly.
and doing the city registration. Then you also help them with part-time works. Once they have completed their courses, then you will also help them in finding the full-time jobs. You
Yeah.
are recruiting for many companies in Germany. And also eventually if they want to look for their PR, so the rules, the EU blue card is where you guys will be. So in a way you are going to be end-to-end destination management once they land in Germany. Am I summarizing it well?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a good to know, because everybody, I have a lot of learners. I think all of them, a lot of them have joined today. they are doing a course with us, and all of them are looking to come to Germany next year. God forbid if we do not have any further lockdowns, and I'm sure October 22, fall 22, we're talking about, things will be much better. They all are very eager to come on campus and learn and explore Germany. So for them, you are the first friend to reach out to.
Yeah.
Just to understand, I think when these learners have to apply for visa, do they also need to show the accommodation, or the accommodation need to be only shown once they come on campus? Once they
No.
start
In the visa form, just write down University Hall of Campus or like university campus. That's it. You doesn't need to show. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So accommodation
Just
is
only, yeah.
only required once you are coming to the campus. Once you are landing to Germany, for the first 15 days, you need to show where are you going to stay, and why is it important to have a accommodation, and how, and what kind of accommodation is available, let's say in Berlin, because a lot of students are coming to Berlin. Their big question is, what kind of accommodation can I get? What will be the pricing? How do I block my accommodation from India? And can I change accommodation? What are the kind of notice period to make a change in the accommodation? So if you can put some light on this part of accommodation on Berlin, that will be helpful for learners.
Like you usually in Germany system, it's like WG, WG. So it's a German term. It's called Wohngemeinschaft. It's WG. So it's called as a student residence, where you have your personal apartment and the common kitchen. Yeah, this is really common in Germany, and it will cost around you 300 to 400 euros the accommodation. And there are some private apartments, like there are a group of students, for example, 3 4 friends are there, they're all together, and they hire one private apartment. Private apartment like 3 bedroom, all kitchen, will cost you around 1100 to 1200 euros, including all, like including your electricity bill, your internet bill, that's including all here. And there are some student association apartment. Okay, there is a student associations and they have their own apartment here, but you need to be rushed to get that. It's one of the cheapest one. Yeah, it is just 250 euros to 300 euros, but you need to rush into them because like it's really fully booked. The student association, it is with all the university which are present in the Berlin. Yeah, and it is across the all over the Germany. So there are 3 types. It is WG. It's called Wohngemeinschaft. WG, it's sometimes private and sometimes of government also. But like WG, the private builders WG, this is a little bit costly. It will be 600 or 650 euros. And the government Wohngemeinschaft will be around 300 to 400 euros in between. Yeah. And some of the WG, they do not provide the Wi-Fi facility. You need to take your own Wi-Fi facilities. Yeah. And some of the WG, they have their facilities altogether. So it depends where you are staying and where can. But the accommodation, it is a big problem in Germany. Yeah, let me tell you frankly, because in Berlin, it's a place for all the students. Majority, we have majority universities in Berlin. So like once you slot the book of visa, please contact us so we can help you. It is not like that you arrive in Germany and just I go receive the call, hey, I'm staying here, please find me accommodation. No, here you need to do advanced booking system. Okay.
Yeah.
Because places are very less and people are more. So once you have the advanced booking systems, and we can advance, okay, you have this with you have your accommodation contract with you. So don't worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, go ahead.
So now how exactly system work, that also I just want to little bit give you into more detail. Everything is in contract system. It is everything in Germany, it's written. So you have your accommodation contract, how much is your rent, what you're liable for, if anything you can broke, you need to pay to your landlord. So it's be easy once you arrive here, just take all the pics of the situation and wall and everything. So this is the real conditions. Okay, and please clean the house, otherwise like they will it's already written in the contract, if the house is dirty, they will do the penalty of 100 euros to 100 euros. So here it's everything with law, so please follow the law, keep your, it is like consider it's your house, and clean the house and just keep very nicely. And contract, there are 2 type of contract. Some companies, they give you six month contract. Okay, And before that, if you cancel the contract, they will not give you deposit back. Okay, because your contract you have 6 months, either you stay or not stay, it's up to you. And whenever you want to communicate, please communicate 1 month before. For example, after 6 months you are leaving, so on 5th month, first date, please write a mail to landlord. Hi, hello, Mr. George, whatever. Like now, I'm going to cancel this. I'm not going to extend this contract. Thanks a lot. It was really nice to stay with you in your apartment. And if you want to extend, please also write before 1 month. Okay, hello, yeah, this is, I really like your apartment. I want to extend more 6 months with this apartment. Yeah. So these are with the rule. Otherwise, like when you come on the last day after 6 days, hey, hello, George, I'm going to extend this. George say, oh, sorry, you didn't inform me. Like this is already given this place to someone else. So then you will be surprised. So please follow all the rule and regulation and system in Germany. Germany works with only with the system. So please follow this system. So especially with the accommodation. And here, like sometimes landlord, they're not going to pick up your call. Just everything on pen and paper. Write down the mail, okay, and then whenever he will get time, he will reply you. Yeah.
So what you're telling me is basically the system, the process in Germany is very professional, even between landlord and a renter. And this tenant cannot just assume that on the last moment he can decide to take a decision. Unlike India, it will not be acceptable at all. You can't just call landlord on the last day and say, okay, I am extending, because that will not be available. And I think the point on the accommodation, I think it's a very important point whenever you're going, because you're going there for studying for a year. So you need to properly plan your accommodation before you go there, and should not be completely left on the last day. And that's where I think CAPS Overseas can help a lot. From our end also, we will be guiding the learners. Okay, this is the time now, you have a visa, now look for your accommodation, finalize your accommodation and go there, and then accordingly find. But what is the minimum contract duration, Virendra, if you can understand for a learner, because from here they have not seen the location and they want to first go and see.
It's minimum of the six month contract, 6 months. Like less than 6 months, nobody is going to accept your application for the accommodation here.
So from India, they need to block a 6 month accommodation, or in the first few days they can stay with someone and then block the accommodation?
Look, if you have accommodation, it's really nice, because like here, when you end up with this, you need to wait for 2 months, and 2 months, I don't want to see any of our students to stay in the hostel or might be in some PG, and you will disturb your life here. So like if you have accommodation from India, I think it's a much more better. So you need to just pay deposit and the first month rent, not the entire 6 months. First month rent and the deposit, that's it.
How much is the deposit typically? Is it a
typically it is depend on location. If you have the common like VG, then deposit is like between 500 to 800 euros. It's a deposit, and 1 month rent like when be 400, 450 euros, whatever. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and you said that the accommodation starts from 250 euro per month, and it can go up to 1200 euro depending on. But I think most of the learners, the students will not accommodate 1200, so they have to be somewhere around 400.
We have lots of also students, they like 4 or 5 students from India only. They says, okay, we are 5 together, please give her 3 BHK, 4 BHK. We are really good friend already in India, and we all want to stay together here. Like, and that's okay. Then we will book 3 or 4 bedroom, all kitchen apartment.
Yeah. I think so. No, okay. Your point is that if you are coming as a group of 4 to 5, then you can book a private accommodation and stay there. But most important point which you mentioned is that unlike when you're staying as a bachelor and as a student in India, you typically tend to dirty the house and do not do maintenance. That will not be acceptable in Germany. So please be very careful, because everything is written in the contract and you have to follow the contract by word. It cannot be changed even a single word. You can assume that it's not there. So do not dirty your apartment. Please keep it clean. Please maintain it. Please keep landlord informed if there's an issue, because they will ask you to pay for it. Great. Now, one thing which you mentioned is a city registration. I wanted to little touch more upon this particular part. Once they land and they have an accommodation, what are the next steps to get a city registration done?
I tell you, the once you will end up in the Germany and you have the contract. So for city registration, there is one form that already your landlord will give. take that forms. We will book the appointment for the all the Nagar, what we can say, Nagar Palika. You need to go to that office and just do the city registration. It is just one paper. It is mandatory and compulsory in Germany once you arrive here. It will the proof of your legalized in Germany. You are legally stayed this place. And whenever you go, for example, there are many students, okay, from Berlin to he is moving into Frankfurt for his internship or might be in practical, whatever. Then he need to again do new registration in Frankfurt where he will stay. So that will come in the government record. Okay, you have 1 year stay in Berlin, and then you move to the Frankfurt here, because along with your city registration, your visa file also move to the Frankfurt here. Okay,
Okay, got
because
it.
they have a visa file, so that will be from one city to other city or other Nagar Nigam, what we can say, it will go into this here. Yeah.
So whenever they change a city, they need to do a city registration again. I think city registration is also important for opening the bank account, as I understand.
It is for everything, even for example, like somebody your house has been stolen, or somebody get they come to robbery has been happened in your house, so police will ask, please show me your registration, are you living here or not? Then police will say, okay, you're living here, then they are going to file the FIR. Otherwise, no. When you have an official document, then says, okay, you're officially live here. And if you say sorry, they're not going to file your FIR. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
And
is
even
very
for
important of this document. Yeah. Yeah.
True. Even the escrow account which they open in where they deposit the money in India can only be used once the bank account is opened. So still, till the time the city, and let's say I land in Germany, how much time will it take me to get a city registration done? Is it like 10 days, I should assume?
If you have already advance book, so like we are help you within 1 days, we can once you land up second day, we will give you the appointment,
City
everything
registration.
will be ready. Yeah, everything will be ready if you help. Otherwise, like sometime appointment and like 15 days, 20 days, you're not getting appointment, and you're just sitting ideal at home. Yeah, so that's why we are here to help you. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Yeah, so I think for some of the learners who are asking, how can we get in touch with you? So I think the answer here is obviously you can go and check on the carpsoverseas.com website as well. Otherwise, for all the
Otherwise,
yeah.
otherwise you can take my the WhatsApp number. Like I will send it here, and then whatever question
Yeah.
you have, you can just ask for the accommodation.
Yeah. And anyway, we will for all the learners who are studying with Upgrade abroad, they will get we will be coordinating for you with Virendra and team and get you the access to the accommodation, to the city registration. Obviously, everything is going to be paid, so you will have to pay for the services with Virendra, and that's something Virendra can tell you what is the cost and decide. But just for everybody's information, you can also do this thing on your own. It's just it takes more time.
Yeah.
So it's not something which is I'm making mandatory that you need to get it done through someone. But yeah, if you want to take a help of Virendra, obviously he's there to help you guys. So Virendra, one thing which I wanted to check on with you is that once they land and they complete the city registration and bank account, typically when they come from India, they are given a 3-month visa and they need to extend the visa. So when should they plan extending the visa process?
Immediately, like I tell you, Germany is complete with the bureaucracy. So what you get visa from India, it is called as an entry visa only, so that you can enter into Federal Republic of Germany. Then you need to take a resident permit. Okay, so you first of all you need to register with your university, so that they will give you university matriculations. So matriculations, your city registration, your block account detail, yeah, this much of fund you have, and your health insurance here, German health insurance, student health insurance, all the document you need to gather, and then fill up the form for the resident permit, take the appointment, and get that resident permit done. Yeah.
So once the resident permit, then they go for the extension of the visa.
Extension of visa. It is called resident permit here.
And it's called residence permit. Sorry, I confused it with the city registration. Okay. So then you apply for residence permit and then you get a residence permit directly from the embassy in Germany. You don't have to do anything. Yeah. But that's, I think, a standard process which everybody has to go through. Yeah. Now, let's say a learner wants to get a part-time jobs, and most of the learners, let's say, are coming for 2 types of courses. One is the IT STEM courses, which is computer science, data science, cyber security. And then there are other type of learners who are coming from management courses, MBA in data management, MBA in IT management, MBA in marketing and international. So I think these two are very different, management field and the data and IT
Pure
field.
IT, yeah.
I will start first with the IT field. If someone is coming with the experience of working in India, let's say in TCS or Cognizant or SAP Labs, he comes to Germany and he's looking for IT specific part-time jobs. What kind of options will he get? Do you see there are a lot of IT jobs there which he can quickly take up?
Now let me talk about the part-time job for the students.
Yeah.
Like majority companies, what they do, let me talk about the pure corporate companies. They have some work. They will hire. It is called as a WAC students, means working students. You are already studying and you are working with us. It is called as a WAC student. If you have the what you have talked to you right now, it's like okay, the one candidate have a 4 or 5 years of experience in IT developers, or might be as an engineer, pure engineer. He has worked in some of the manufacturing plant or something. It's fine. Then he can apply for as a work students. He's not allowed for more than 20 hours per week, but you are considered as a full-time employee only, because that experience counts. It is called as a work student. Okay. And then company has saw you how you're working, and if they like you, they directly says that okay, please complete your study as far as possible, and then we will give you the full-time contract. So this is the work student concept. And second, it's all about what you have said, management and all. So we have lots of job part-time for the students job. It is like 2 or 3 hours of working. It's also good, like somebody who can work in cafe, somebody's work in restaurants, somebody's for the food delivery. We also have the Godam in the Amazon. So like recently we have signed the contract with the Amazon. So you can work with the Amazon, like shorting the things on the area wise. Okay, this is delivery
Categories.
area wise. So yeah, this category wise, that has been like done by the students. Like, and so lots of part-time opportunities. Yeah, don't worry about the students here.
And once they have part-time, the other next question is how much they can earn from a part-time job. So let's say they get a part-time job, what is the hourly rate they can earn?
So now there is some good news for the part-time. Recently, new government has announced, might be, it's not confirmed yet, they want to pass in the parliament. From January, it will be 12 euro per hour.
Wow, 12 euro per hour.
Yeah, from January, they're going to take that, but like it's still pending. So they're negotiating with the trade union. Trade union says we want 12.75 or 13, but like government is saying 12, it will be benchmark. So like, yeah, it may, as soon as possible, it's going to 12 euro per hour. Yeah.
So let's say if they work for 80 hours in a month, that means they are going to earn, you're saying, close to 960 euros. Is it what might be? I mean, like higher end, but yeah, obviously there will be some weeks you don't work at all. So they can earn up to 900 euros per month if 12 euro per hour is approved.
More than that, yeah. It's more
than that.
Yeah.
But then there is a taxation law. So at what point of time they need to pay the social security and the taxation? Let's say how much do they earn? Yeah.
That all has been done by your company. You does not need to do anything. It's totally computerized system. Yeah, but it directly deduct from your salary. So it's like, and for student, the tax is less. It is between 15% to 20% for students tax here.
And that's good to be paying. I think that is, if you're paying your taxes in Germany, that means you're going to be fast tracked on further services. Yeah, now Virendra is laughing.
You cannot do robbery in tax in Germany. They have all the records of your banks, so don't worry about that. And like here, it is like no black work. It's everything in the contract. Let me now talk about. I will highlight a little bit about the job contract and the job system. So when you come here and any job you want to do, okay, always do the job with the pen and paper and the signed contract. Okay, even if you're students. So you have a 20-page contract. Okay. It's written everything, who is the company is all about, who you are, what is your role, responsibility, what are duty hours, how many hours you need to work, whom do you are reporting, everything is in agreement. Okay. How much they will pay you wage rate and which date your salary will come. That also mentioned sometime in the agreement. With this period, the salary come. Some company also will pay you the mobile allowance. Some company don't pay you the mobile allowance. So everything is pen and paper. sign the contract. One copy is with you, one copy is with this. And for example, after 6 months, if you want to left this job and join some other company, before 1 month officially you need to say that, okay, I am leaving this company, I'm joining some other company, so and so. Okay. And if you are in the probation period, so then 2 week notice you need to give to company. Okay. And if you didn't if you didn't do these things, they will not pay you last month's salary. Please be honest. Be honest here. So here
Yeah.
everything system and process. So please start learning this all system and process. So like agreement signings and the contract signings, and when you left the company, 1 month notice if you confirm in that company, then 2 month notice period if you are in the probation period. Even for student job, they have a probation period, because like they
Okay.
know student, yeah, student is for 1 year or 2 year they will study. So first 6 months of your this will be the probational period, and after 6 months you are confirmed. Okay. if you
Okay.
confirm if you confirm, they will not lay off you according to German law, until unless your contract is not get a work. Yeah. So, and there are two type of contract. One is unlimited contract and one is limited contract. Majority students, for students, they give limited contract for 1 year or might be 2 year, up to their study period or up to their visa, how much they have. Yeah, this is. So please follow. And this is literally because here there is no stamp paper. When you sign the contract on a normal, it is a valid. It is a valid. It's considered a valid. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So on this point, I want to understand from you, because everybody who comes will be getting a 18-month of job search visa there. I think there was one question which I saw. I think I wanted, because you told me something which I wanted to understand. Even if a student does 6 months of study in Germany and completes the course, provinces like Berlin allow them to stay back for 18 months and search for a job. There are some provinces where it is not allowed. Would you like to highlight this particular point?
Look, Berlin is like they want to become a cosmopolitan. Berlin is like government is giving lot of funding for the highlighting for uh, uh, this province. They want to make like the startup hub of the entire Europe. Okay, so they want people to come here, and the government want more flexibilities. Okay, and this is the socialism of there. Like there are many guys who cannot continue their studies. Okay, I cannot come full online. I have my one daughter, I have my son. So like, can you give us some flexibilities? Like 1 year I can study online, and only for 6 months I can come there. Meanwhile, I can do some arrangement of for the staying arrangement of my son or daughter, whatever that's things. So because of these all rule regulations, they have, okay, if you study 1 year in India or any part of the world, and 6 months here, you are entitled for 18-month job search visa. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's
But
a good part of the Germany. I think they have been very, very
yeah.
supportive for immigration to the Germany for study purpose. I think that's something which I have not seen in any other country, the
Any
way
other
Germany.
country. Yeah.
Yeah. And just to understand, typically what will be the starting salary if the student gets if student has completed his graduation, let's say he has completed his MBA, and MBA would have done at least 2 years of work experience before starting their MBA. Now they have a 3 year work experience, or whatever, some part-time work experience. What will be the kind of salaries for full-time employees typically a German company will offer?
Look, for MBAs, it depends. Like MBA have a lots of specialization. HR, you might be have the IT management, tech management, so
Yeah.
different. And the salary criteria also depend on the region what you're working. If you talk about
Okay.
if you talk about Munich, Munich is highly paid, one of the highest paid by the Munich, but living expenses also high. But in Berlin, you can expect between 45,000 euro to 55,000 euro. It's a Berlin standard. So like depend. And now there is also one more thing. Your employer cannot give you less salary than the government standard. Okay. Otherwise, you will not get job visa. So it's a rule of Germany. Like if you are a master's, they have a standard set criteria set by the labor ministry. So minimum that of the salary your employer will give. They will not give you less than that. Okay. So like
Yeah.
that's also a process. Once you got the signed a contract full time, then also this entire contract send it to the labor ministry. They will give the NOC. It is called Agent to Forward. And they will give the honesty, okay, you have studied masters in Germany here, according to criteria, okay, salary criteria, you are fit, we are giving NOC. And they will check the entire contract, how much salary, how much leave you have. That also with the German government criteria. So minimum 25 leave they need to give, okay, officially
Okay.
leave. Okay,
Okay.
so they that also mention in your job contract like minimum 25 leave or whatever how much leave you have sanctioned by. And then the again to forward like they okay we are agree with your employer what have you are given, we are giving you NSE, and then after this NOC your job seeker visa will convert into the job visa. Yeah.
Okay. And when can they apply for PR? Let's say, what is the rules if they have to apply for PR? I think you help learn
It's
people also.
it is very easy process and simplified process. The only thing is that Germany, the complication is things that when people don't know about the process and system. Otherwise, they want everything very systematic and with rule. You have
Yeah.
complete your masters, and now there are two criteria you're fit into the PR if you have studied your masters in Germany. Number one, let me talk about the normal contract. Uh, After normal contract, if you have done your master, if you have done your masters in Germany, after 24 months, minimum B2 language or B1 language of German, so you can apply for your PR for full
Okay.
time of 24-month job.
Full
Okay,
time or
it's
24 months of job.
yeah. It is not include your student job, no. But if you have done your student job and if you have pay your tax even in student life, your file become very stronger. Like
Yeah.
because even in students you help the German government to pay the tax here, so your file become very stronger, and then they give you the remaining file clearance and all the documentations, and then within a 3 to 4 month your file will be clear here.
Wow. Unlike green card, which takes many years, you can get a PR easily. Uh, so wherein one more question which I had, and I think this is something which confuses a lot of people, is the European blue card. What
Oh
exactly
my
is
goodness.
this?
So that's why I explained that normal thing before, and now this is come to EU Blue Card. It is called, especially this is for the skilled labor. There are many people, they are not doing the study. Okay, they want to directly come here for the job seeker. There are 6 month job seeker visa. They are coming directly here for the job. So for these guys, government have set up some benchmark, minimum salary benchmark. So they should have minimum that much of salary benchmark. If they have, then only their visa is going to extend. Otherwise, no. Okay. So EU Blue Card have a salary benchmark. Now that also apply to the students, those who have studied a masters here. But for that, salary benchmark is little bit lower. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you done your masters in Germany. So the salary
Okay.
benchmark, because you are already then it is considered you are a standard of Germany because you have done your masters in Germany. Okay.
Okay.
So salary criteria is little bit lower for those who have done the masters in Germany. So there is a benefit of those who done masters. So with EU Blue Card, you can work and stay in the entire Europe for 6 months. Yeah. For example, one company have one headquarters, XXS company has a headquarter in Frankfurt, and they also have a different branch in the Lithuania or Albania and might be in Poland. Okay, and they want you to handle the Poland project for 3 months. Then you can easily go there. You can stay there. Company will also pay you salary in Poland. So there has been no issue with this. So that is called as a EU Blue Card.
And just to understand, why is it so sought after? Because Germany is the land of opportunities. But still, people want to have EU blue card. Does it give you other benefits such as faster PR or getting your spouse early, something like that? Because of it, people want to go for EU.
No. Please try to understand. This is one of the biggest myth between the people for the PR. PR is a different process. EU Blue Card is a different process. EU
Got
Blue
it.
Card, it is like you are the skilled laborers, okay, or you are the standardized people. There are two things. Your salary benchmark is really high. You are helping the government, and not only government means the entire European Union. Okay, so this is two different process. PR is a different process. EU Blue Card is a different process, but EU Blue Card, it indicate you have a sufficient amount of salary, so it will easy for your spouse to come into Germany.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So and otherwise, so just for, because a lot of these learners will have their kids as well as wives, and they want to bring them as soon as the course is complete. What is the process of bringing your spouse to Germany? Is there some kind of visa which they have to get after completing the course?
Look, on the job seeker visa, once you have 18 month, also on job seeker visa, you can bring your spouse. I think this is a good opportunity rather than your job once. On job seeker, once you complete your education, so along with that, you can put up your file for the family reunion visa. Okay, my husband is there. I want to join my husband in job seeker visa, and you need to show the sufficient fund. Okay, my wife and we have lots of money, or my spouse have sufficient money. We can not depend on the German government. We can fund our own, so it's fine. So this is one of the best opportunity. Your spouse can come along with his own job seeker visa. Okay, so she will join you. And what is a good advantage? And immediately once you get the job, so she is already entitled into your job visa. Okay, and even on the spouse visa, your spouse can work full time.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
one of,
They
yeah,
can
yeah.
work full time.
But
That's good.
yeah, but the official process they need to complete. Like after the contract signed, they need to go to the immigration office and say, okay, I'm on the spouse visa, but I got the job here. My skill sets are this. Please kindly grant me that. Like
Okay.
Germany is a system and process. Like yeah, you need to
Yeah.
be
Okay.
everything is in pen and paper. You cannot
Yeah.
do like on the walk. No, no.
Got it. And one question which I wanted to understand, some people have read somewhere that this EU blue card, if you have, then you need 33 months to cut your PR, versus if you're going directly like German temporary settlement visa, then you get 24 months. What is the 33 month and 24 months? Is there something which, because you said the EU blue card and PR are two separate things, but somewhere it is mentioned EU blue card 33 months. So I wanted to clarify that point as well.
Now, the people are most often confused between job seeker visa and those who have done masters
Yeah.
in the Germany. Those who have done masters in Germany, their story is totally different. Okay, and
Okay.
those who come on the job seeker visa, that story is totally different. Like yeah.
Got it.
So
Understood.
so don't be confused between these two things. So the criteria for those who are in job seeker visa is totally different, and criteria those who have done the masters in Germany is totally different. Like yeah, so don't be confused and mix up with these two things together. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for masters students who have done masters, they can opt for EU blue card. That just shows that they have a better salary range, and that's why they can afford their spouses to be in the country, and that gives them brownie points. But the PR is again, after 2 years you can apply for 2 years. After doing a 2-year job in Germany, you are eligible to apply for a PR, and that will be followed as per the rules of your jobs, your whatever you have contributed during your student life to the German government, as well as the work life which you're doing. So I think that's all will be added in PR. I hope that answers the question of a lot of these students. Now I think I'll pick up the questions which I see on Q&A box quickly, if there are some relevant questions which I should be talking about. Hello sir, my name is Shivangi. Recently I've completed my graduation. I wanted to masters in structural engineering or construction management. Shivangi, again, this is not the expertise of our discussions today, so I'll let it go later. Maybe one of our counselor will talk to you and help you out here.
But I
Somebody
would just
just
want
said,
to a little bit talk on this structural
yeah,
engineering
okay, go
and
ahead.
this. There are lots of scope of the structural engineering masters, and there are lots of the universities. But nowadays, like company want the specializations, management and the tech, like both. If you have the total with this, then company okay, because for structural engineering they want both the skills, management and tech. So I think they can contact you for more detail for the MBA
Yeah,
tech management, yeah, exactly, or technology management. So
got
it
it.
can help that. Yeah,
Yeah, on that front, I will just stop a little bit, because we talked about management jobs, and you gave a number of 45 to 55,000. We have heard that IT jobs are much more rewarding and the salaries are higher. What's your because you are recruiting for them, so you can tell me, are IT jobs on much higher salaries?
yeah, of course. ITs have different the skills because IT entire Europe is lacking for the IT staff, and
Yeah,
the IT good thing about IT, like companies have a really nice profit, so they can okay give the nice salary to this, but it doesn't mean the management are not. They are also
I
really
see.
high. Yeah, exactly. And IT, it's depend on your experience and what is like software testers, like they have really high amount, and when even the high amount those who are finding the bugs. Yeah, that's it, because it's a very tedious process, and for them companies really pay the high amount. So in IT there are different fields, like if you're a developer, coder, or what you're making. So that's also important. Yeah, and company is also important, like company like Accenture, so the IBM, they pay really nice. Yeah. Tata, we do have the Tata consultancy here in Europe, in Germany. They have two headquarters, Tata consultancy also. So it's depend on which company you're working for, like, yeah. Yeah. Well, IT have a
Yeah.
really major demand here.
Got it. Very good. No, so we have a very good course. I can just add to it. Masters in Computer Science, which is offered by IU Germany, where the student can come and study. And they have actually relaxed the criteria for the students, even who are not from computer science bachelors can also join that course. So that makes it very attractive for learners. I wanted to do my Masters in Computer Science. I did not do. I think a lot of learners cannot take the benefit of this particular course and do their Masters in Computer Science. I'll just one question which I think you have a most experience in this. People are asking, what is the process of getting a German visa for the entry visa which we talked about? Just to understand, a German entry visa for a student and for any other purpose like tourist or other purpose, is it the process is more or less same as I understand?
No.
No. Okay. So can you please explain the student visa process?
Student visa is totally different. Like, yeah, once you complete your this contract, you should have a block account of 10,333 euro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Then if your last semester fees is if you have paid, show the receipt and everything. And if your fees is not remaining, you need to show in your bank, okay, I'm going to pay by myself everything, like, and all your student contract and everything here. And there are really huge number of documents, like for the visa process, from your 10th, 12th, every mark sheet, your CV, your letter of motivation, why you want to go to the Germany for study. That's everything, this document. And especially for the appointment, like visa appointment, it's like a little bit tougher in nowadays in Mumbai.
COVID times,
and for the Germany, because of number of students are really high. And for Schengen visa, it's a different process. Yeah, it is
okay.
only, there are two type of things. Want to stay less than 90 days, means that come in the Schengen category. More than 90 days, it's come on the national visa. Okay, D type visa. Yeah, so this is two different process, and process itself also very huge here.
Yeah. So I think just to give you a summary, I think first thing which is important for anybody who is looking for student visa is to have an offer letter and contract with the university, which all our learners get within a month of joining the program. They get a full contract, they sign those contracts and send it back to the university. Second thing you need is your all mark sheet. So class 10, 12 mark sheet, the certificate, the graduation mark sheet, graduate certificate. Third, you will need a good SOP.
Now I tell you, even this.
Yeah.
If you have your KTs, 80 KTs, or you have backlogs, please also attach that mark sheet. Backlogs mark sheet also they want. Sometimes they will ask. Otherwise, you will get the mail. Okay, I think we have seen irregularities in study. If you have a backlogs, please send the backlogs mark sheet also. Sometimes visa officer also they want to check.
Yeah. So they will also look at your backlogs.
And now one more very important point about degree certificate. Many Indian students, they do not take the degree certificate. Please, visa officer not going to take this. They want a degree certificate. Please.
That's I think very important point. I'm facing a lot of the students. Sorry, go ahead. A lot of students have not taken the final degree certificate. They only have provisional degree certificate. So that's not acceptable at all for anywhere if you want to go and study abroad. You need to have your degree certificate. Otherwise, visa officer will never approve your visa. Yeah. So you need to have a proper degree certificate. You need to have your all documents in place. You should have a very strong CV. You should have a very strong SOP, a letter of motivation to go there. You need to block the money in an escrow account and show that as a proof. And you have to fill a very detailed form to get your appointment as well. So for getting a visa, you need to go and do the appointment. Once you got the appointment, go to the VFS, give all the documents, give your biometrics, and then it will be a process which will take time. Don't think that the visa will come in 7 days. It might take anywhere between 1 to 2 months, depending upon how clear are your documents to finally get a visa. So hope, Prithvi, I have answered your question. And anyway, if you are part of our course, we will help you in getting your visa anyway. Deepak Pandey, can you please mention? Recording will be coming to you, Deepak, over the email. Don't worry, it will be there. Is this a session related to career also for students? Yes, I have also touched upon the careers, and Virendra has talked about all careers: post-study work visa, the part-time work jobs as well as the full-time jobs. I am not able to find many public university in Germany in the field of structural engineering. Should I opt for another stream or any suggestion from your end? Do
Already
public
told that.
universities? Yeah, go ahead.
I already told, like, look, public university, it is not easy to get admission. I tell you, there are two type of admission in public university. Admission restricted. They have only 15 to 20 sheets in entire course. 15 to 20 sheets only, 20. And the applicant come from all across the world. And you should have very strong, outstanding background. Like, it's like 90% you should have your 10, 12, and your throughout your degree, you should have 90, 95%. Like Technical University of Munich, TU Munich, they literally written, if you have less than this percentage, it's there in admission criteria. We want this much of like 1 note or 2 above note, means above 85%. Then only please apply here. It's already written. And second thing, the admission process for the public university, it's very, very tedious. It's not like that, you know, and on a part of this side, like we do have also, because the public university admission, they want the student, those who are capable of doing research. Because after doing masters, they want to, all that student, they want to grab into the PhD. So like such type of students in the public university. And third thing, they have a totally different syllabus and the different programs. Like, let me take example, Technical University Ingolstadt. Okay, they have the Master of International Automotive Engineering. The criteria is 210 ETCS. 210 ETCS, like European.
You have to. Okay.
Student, those who have done automobile engineering in India, they have only 180 ETCS. Okay.
ECTS, yeah.
So 30 ETCS is make a difference. It's a difference. So you should have either 1 year of job experience, or might be 1.5 or 2 years of full-time work permit, or work very work. Yeah, that's it. So like criteria, like for this, it's really rigid process. And also with this, there is one column that you need to find entire column, which are the subject you have studies, which you are going to study in the masters. Have you studied these all the subject in your bachelor's? And you need to provide your bachelor's syllabus of that subject to the admission officer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So getting into public university is a tough deal. So anybody who's trying for that, all the best. It's not impossible, but it requires a lot of process and a lot of data. And 4-year bachelor's in India is not equivalent of 240 credits, which we all believe. It's 180 credits when you go for when you go for studying in public university.
So that all has been given by Uni Assist to them. VPD, it is called VPD. So it's a Vorbereitung Prüfungs exam. That's very lengthy. And the Uni Assist will tell you, okay, how much like ETCS according to the German credit systems. And they give you the proper like one certification. Okay, this is according to Germany standard. It's 180 ETCS. They give you everything in pen and paper. Like, yeah, this. So your admission criteria is this, because like, you know, majority the public university, and there are some courses where we can say the admissions are not limited. They take number of students, like 100 students and all that stuff here. So yeah, that's all about. Yeah. So we also wish all the best, and we also encourage students, if they have a really good academic standard, they can also apply for the public university. Yeah. The students, those who have really great academic standards. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think one question which I want to pick up is coming from Bhanu Prakash. He's saying that I have a 4-year degree. So, okay, so this is 3-year course, which he has done in 4 years. And he's saying, am I eligible to apply for university in Germany? I think eligibility to apply is already there. But for a visa, I think you need to show why you have so many backlogs. Am I right?
Like this is not specific questions. Like I tell you, like, okay, in which course you want to go? Which study you want to go. So please specify when you dealing with the Germans or this, please specify everything. Which course, like I done my degree, but in what, like which subject you have done your degree, everything. Because here university have right and deserve to change the syllabus and admission criteria accordingly. Government don't have any role into this. Only government have a role on ETCS. Okay, but they have a university have a right and deserve to admission criteria and everything. Yeah, exactly. So like if your course is of 4 year and you have completed in 3 years, so according to German system, it is not at all possible. Your course is 4 year, you should be complete in 4 years. How it's possible you complete in 3 years? Yeah. So like
Yeah.
this is the question mark. So like send your documents to the university and send them, okay, hey, I have this issues, and then they will check out all your documents and then revert back to you. Yeah, that's simple. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to explain. In case you have backlogs, I think Viren very well mentioned that you need to give a good explanation and provide all the documentary proof why, what happened, did you clear it or not, what was the outcome. You cannot avoid giving sufficient proof for application. Otherwise, your visa will get rejected. I am just going through the question, finding the right question for you. One of the question which has come to you, the Virendra, is that from Karan, what are your charges for finding accommodation, finding getting the student city registration? How much do you charge? Is there some package which you give?
Yeah, it is given, but especially for the upgrade students, we actually our charges of 500 euros. But for especially for all the upgrade students, only upgrade students, we give the 50% discount to them. It's just only 250 euros. That's it.
Great. Thanks a lot, Viren, for giving us this discount. Yeah. So all the students who are going through us will be getting this 50% discount for the
Exactly.
destination services. That means finding an accommodation, getting you the city registration, and all those stuff which you need once you go there. They will also help in finding part-time jobs. And when you complete full-time jobs, also Viren can help you find that. So all that is covered. So we'll anyway connect you once the right time comes. We will be connecting you with the CAPS overseas and help you get it done. I'll just look at if there is another question which I think we should be picking up. Okay, one question which I saw earlier as well. Hostel in Berlin, do universities have hostels? And if it is, should we opt for hostel or not?
IU University, they don't have their own hostel.
They don't have, yeah.
They have the accommodations in the Bahnhof. Okay. So
Yeah.
they have their accommodation in Bahnhof, okay, but not in Berlin. But they have a contact with lots of, they will just send you the all agency name and then just you need to contact that all agencies. That's it. Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
So they don't have their own this accommodations in Berlin, yeah. Because like Berlin is a place where we have more than 100 universities. So like, you know, it's really tougher to get these. And not only that, there are many vocational students, vocational course students, everybody to the Berlin.
Comes to Berlin, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And for girls, the accommodation system is comfortable or not? Shivangi is trying to understand, is this separate girls accommodation or is it like the regular accommodation?
Look, you are in the Western world. When you come here, it's everybody is equal. They treat you not as a girl; they will treat you as an equal gender here. And like, of course, some girls want their own privacy. You can take your own apartment, different on your how much the budget you do have. Wohngemeinschaft WG means they have all boys and girls are they equal. 4 rooms for girls. There has been no separate hostel for girls here in Germany. Only in few places you will find it out, okay, but it's no, because here they consider it a gender equality. Yeah. So so according, but like we frequently, like many girls contact, like 3-4 girls, they contact together and they have their own apartment, like, you know, especially usually because I also got the call from Pakistan, from Bangladesh. Yeah, so like 3-4 girls, they come together and have their separate apartment. And second thing, in terms of, let me talk also about safety. It is a really safe city. Yeah. Just Germany, it's like even on 3 o'clock or night 3 o'clock, you can find the girls roaming around alone. So it's totally safe. Yeah.
It's very safe, very safe country.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, one question which I saw from Ganesh coming, he's saying that the block amount with the university, with the government asks us to put 10,330 euro. Is it sufficient for the living in, let's say, Berlin as a city, or do they need to spend more?
It is sufficient, like, majority those students are coming here. Like, if you register with us, so within a first month, like, we can give you the part-time job contract. You can save your entire of this amount, and you can pay all this thing from your part-time job contract. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So, so you can understand Viren has got too many of part-time jobs. He's looking for students to come and take that up. So you have connected
Yeah.
with the right guy.
And second thing, like, the ask, like, same Ravindra, what he says, it's up to you, because like many students are really, they love to travel across Europe, and then okay, after 4 months, oh sir, my pocket is going to
Yeah.
so it's
So
up to
yeah,
you,
so
like how
this is
much you're
only for
spending
living
here.
in Germany. For roaming around in Europe, you need to have a separate part.
Separate part, yeah.
Yeah, I got your point. Um, I think rest of the questions I'm just going through. If there is genuinely good question which I need to do. How do we get admission German public university through upgrade? Aisha, we do not help in German public university admissions. So you need to reach out to other agents. There are a lot of them who helps you find in admission in German university. We will webinar recording link will be coming to you. Student jobs can be considered as a full-time job, and further this will be considered for blue card. I think student jobs will not be considered full-time job. Yes, Nasima, I think the answer was given by Virendra earlier as well. Student jobs will not be counted as a part of your job and will not be counted in your PR, at least I can confirm you. Blue card is a very separate thing. Blue card is once you do the masters in Germany and you have sufficient salary, you can get a blue card. I think I'm just
I see, I don't know, the one guy says, like, I'm a postgraduate with Indian degrees. Can I apply for PhD in Germany?
yes.
Of course, so you can apply for, but like again, rule regulation, just check it out. Like, you're that much for PhD ETCS. Are you matching with the PhD ETCS or not? And PhD, like Germany, it's a land of research. We have lots of students, though they are also working for IT research here. So like, it's up to you how much you have the capabilities of producing to do the research work. So it's up to you. Like, yeah, and there are Germany's land of opportunities for the PhD. They do have lots of fundings also for the PhD. So after like completion your masters from IU, if you want to do PhD, just check it out, the eligibility criteria, because like every PhD have a different eligibility criteria. So just check it out, your eligibility criteria, and it's a good options. Like, there are, we have lots of like teacher and professor from India. They contact us for PhD also. It's really nice option. So for the
Yeah.
studies and continuous education. So, and Germany is also land for the PhDs. Those want to.
Yeah. I think Snigdha asked this question: how much time after reaching Germany can I start my part-time job? Answered already by Viren. Within a month, they can give you a contract.
Or if you can just contact us in advance. So like, the day you arrive in Germany, I'll along with our report, I can give you the contract. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. One question I wanted to also see on the German language front. So once, let's say these students do their German language of A1, A2. Once they come, they need to complete till B2. I think that is a good thing to do. Should they join a course to get their B2 done before they go for job market? For part-time jobs, do they need to know German language, and for full-time jobs? Yeah, so that's what I wanted to confirm from you.
No. Look, for there are some part-time job which require the German language skill. No, but like majority, we do have such type of part-time job which does not require the German language skill. 99% does not require German skill, and we encourage the students to learn German. This is not English speaking country. We are really honest, and we not hide anything with this. As much as learn the German language, like, make a new friends in German, talk with them in German, improve your German. So it is better chance you to integrate in this country. Okay, because not only Germany, entire Europe, we do also have a student for the Spain, we do have students for the Slovakia, we do student for the Poland. So every region has their own language, and when you speak in their normal language, they are really easy for them to adopt you. Like, so language are important. Yeah.
One question, I think, just last question. I will not keep you away from your weekend for more. But this question is asked. Gitesh is asking that the German tax slab is around 42%. So people believe that 42% is very high. They don't know in India people pay 36, 37 easily. If you are earning the kind of salaries you earn in Germany, if you're earning 45,000 euros in India, you are in the tax bracket of 36, 37%. So it's not very high. But the services which you get in Germany for paying this 42%, cannot be compared with what broken roads we get in Germany or in India when we don't have electricity, and for everything healthcare we have to pay separately. So I just wanted to bring Viren's point of view, because you have been there now for 5-6 years and you know what
Now
do we
the
get.
tax system, like tax system, 40% of the tax, that is not only tax part. It is including your rental physician. Rental physician is what we can say pension fund. Okay, so like 40% it is include your pensions. It
Yeah.
include your social security, and it include your health insurance also.
Wow.
40% is not only tax, but it's include all, but like they have calculated such a way that at all including the 40%. Okay. Now what are the facilities you will get? You have complete free health insurance. Yeah. So like every month it's deducted from your salary. So like whenever you go to doctor, you have just your health insurance card. Just hold on, I show you my health insurance card. So like this is the health insurance card here. That's of whatever health provider, German government health insurance card. Just I need to show this card and I does not need to pay anywhere. Like even like doctor has prescribed me some medicine. So like I just need to pay that and then send it all this the bill to the health insurance guys and they will repay me. So health is totally free.
Yeah, I think when you are telling me this point, I believe we are paying more than 45% then, because we pay for the pension separately, we pay for our health insurance separately, and we pay for all the services, which is basically the generator which we have to put in the societies and all those things.
Yeah. Now there is a very important point I want to highlight. It's about the jobless allowance. Yeah, that this is very important point I want to talk.
Good point.
For
Yes.
example, you have pay minimum for 1 year. Your taxes continue, not a single month gap. And on your 13 or 14 month, your job is like company has fired you or something has been happening to company. Okay. So like they will pay you the jobless allowance. Yeah. Until you will get not the new job. Okay. So the labor ministry will pay you, it is called again to forward. They will pay you the jobless allowance. Means they will pay your rent. Okay. The rent what you pay, they will pay your mobile. Just you need to show them all the proof. Okay, this is my expenses of daily life. If you have your car, then also they will pay you for your petrol. Okay, so yeah, everything once your job has been gone, so these all facilities will provide by government. And job center will continue hack up on your mind to find and they will find a suitable new position for you to find out a new employer for you. Okay, so they every day they will, okay, they call you, they might be mail you, please apply on this position, please apply on this company, please apply on this company, your profile is matched with this company. And government itself, like they are a mediator and they will find a new job also for you within a 6 month year. So there are lots of facilities provided by government. And second thing, uh, if you already learn B1 of the German, and if you want to learn further German, government sponsor your German language. Yep. They will give you the vouchers for the German language skills. Yeah. When there are lots of courses, upgrade skills and everything. So when you pay the tax, these are the facilities what government provide you behalf of the tax, like other like this. Second thing, if like we have lots of students, they come with their family here, like with spouse, like you have a children of 4 or 5 years and everything. Children above 6 years, education is free, even if you are not citizen of Germany. So government will take care of your children here once you arrive into Germany. It's a free. Yeah. So these are all facilities are where you pay the tax and how the tax money goes. So they spend all the tax money onto this. Yeah. Especially like I like the part about the allowance of jobless allowance. Like once you are jobless and this, then they also give you the special appointment. You need to go talk with the authority. Hey, now my contract has been terminated. This is happened with me. I'm really depressed and these things. And then they immediately start you just need to fill up the form of jobless allowance. There are the system and process that you need to cover, and then they will take care of everything. So in short, your life is stressless. Like you will not stress. Yeah.
I think one last question I see is very good question. 250 euro is for monthly, or it will be one-time fees for services of?
It's only one time. It's only one time.
Yeah.
We are not money minded. We just want to help our students because like Germany is really huge bureaucracy, and when you come here, the officials and they don't speak English. Yeah. So behalf of them, and especially those who when you come from the one culture to other culture, you guys will take some time, and it including some sessions. We also will take some sessions about system and process, how system and process work here. So make their life very easy for them. Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Viren. I think this was a very, very enlightening session for all of us. Even for me, there are a lot of things which I learned from you today, and I'm hoping that all my upgrade learners will benefit with your services once they come to Germany. We will enable them, we'll inform them about how to reach out to you, and we'll pre-inform you. These are students who are coming, and please help them. So
yeah, but please pre-inform. It is very important, because like we work on a system process. Like, please don't give me surprise on last moment. Hey sir, I'm here in Germany now. Can you just help me? Sorry, that can. We work on the individual cases. Okay, we have 15 students, and like to finding accommodation here, everything's like we need to pre-plan. Like, you know. Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot for time, Viren. It was really, really pleasure to talk to you, and we'll be in touch. We'll continue to have such more enlightening sessions going forward as well with you when you have some time, and maybe not on the weekend. We'll try to do in the weekdays.
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Really
Take
nice.
care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.